from electrifying debates.
It's just awfully good that Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Because you'd be in jail.
Secretary Clinton.
To history-making comebacks, these are the moments that solidified Donald Trump's legendary status and changed the game forever. Starting with his 1988 appearance on The Oprah, where he first hinted at the possibility of running for president.
You've said, though, that if you did run for president, you believe you'd win.
Well, I don't know. I think I'd win. I tell you what, I wouldn't go in to lose. I've never gone in to lose in my life.
Well, who would have thought that that would become true? Fast forward to Obama's famous mic drop after Trump said he'd go down as the worst president ever.
At least I will go down as a president.
Bold move, but Trump had the last laugh and it was epic. How about being the first US president to set foot in North Korea? Instant legendary status.
Would you like me to step across?
사각에서 한 발자국 건너시면 사상 처음으로 우리 땅을 밟으시는 미국 대통령이 되십니다.
If Your Excellency take a step forward, you will be the first U.S. president to cross the line.
I'd be very proud to do that. Okay, let's do it. Come on.
And who could ever forget his iconic one-liner to Kim Jong-un?
He said, I have a red button on my desk, meaning a nuclear button. I said, I have a red button on my desk too, but it's bigger and stronger than yours, and mine works.
But Kim wasn't the only one. Trump once delivered this unforgettable line to a Taliban leader.
Didn't you at one point tell him, I know exactly where you are, and give him the exact coordinates where he was?
No, I sent him a picture of his house. He said, but why do you send me a picture of my house? I said, you'll have to figure that one out.
That's not just tough talk. That's Trump-level trolling. And when the raid on ISIS leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi took place, Trump revealed it in the most epic way possible.
Last night, the United States brought the world's #1 terrorist leader to justice. Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead.
The fact is that they blasted their way into the house in a very heavy wall, and it took them literally seconds. By the time those things went off, they had a beautiful big hole, and they ran in, and they got everybody by surprise. Unbelievably brilliant as fighters.
Only Trump could make a military operation sound like a Hollywood trailer, and then survive an assassination attempt like the star of the show.
What happened?
Grazed by a bullet, he stood tall, raised his fist, and declared, "Fight!" If that doesn't scream legendary, what does? And then there was Springfield, where Trump, with all eyes on him, made a claim so wild it left everyone utterly speechless.
They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame.
Speaking of debates, what he pulled off against Hillary Clinton was nothing short of pure entertainment.
It's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Because you'd be in jail.
Secretary Clinton.
Whether you agree with him or not, Trump sure knows how to grab attention with a headline. But Trump's real superpower? His supporters.
Where I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay? It's like incredible. No, they say, Trump, we love you too, man. Trump's voters are by far, you know, I'm at 68, 69%. I'm at 90% total. Like, will you stay? Absolutely. I think it's 68 or 69%. Will you most likely stay? That gets into the 90s. Other guys are like a 10.
Then there's Trump's humor, especially when it comes to his hair.
What's the difference between a wet raccoon and Donald J. Trump's hair? A wet raccoon doesn't have $7 billion fucking dollars in the bank.
Trump has a knack for roasting even when the joke's on him. And now watch Donald work at McDonald's as a response to Kamala's claims.
Never touches the human hand.
Very good.
Okay, great.
This is all on Trump.
Oh, hold on.
I'm allowed to do that, right? Yeah. It's going to be the best yet. I made it myself.
Turns out he's just as good at flipping fries as flipping headlines. Even in quieter moments, Trump finds ways to surprise, like when he picked up a Marine's hat blown off by the wind, not once, but twice. It's these small gestures that show even Trump has a soft side. Or when a little Trump lookalike joined him on stage.
Do you want to go back to them or do you want to stay with Donald Trump?
Trump.
Proving that even kids can't resist his charisma. Speaking of small moments, who remembers Trump's cameo on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? The Banks family wanted to sell their house, and in walks Trump to make an offer.
Ron said his client had a rich uncle, but Donald Trump.
I like keeping a low profile.
Even fictional families can't resist the guy. But who could forget his role in Home Alone 2? That line has been burned into holiday movie history.
Excuse me, where's the lobby?
Down the hall and to the left.
Thanks.
Back to politics, when Biden called his supporters garbage,
The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters.
Trump's response was pure gold.
I can tell you who the real garbage is, but we won't say that. How do you like my garbage truck?
Classic Trump. And did you know Trump had a red button on his Oval Office desk? What he used it for will absolutely blow your mind.
What does that get you when you press the red button?
Well, it gets you a Coke or it gets you a Pepsi.
Oh.
One or the other, right? I have to be. But it gets you something. But every time I press that, people... In fact, I have fun with people. They'll be sitting down.
Bet you didn't see that coming, did you? When asked about his $421 million in debt, Trump brushed it off.
$1 million.
What I'm saying is that it's a tiny percentage of my net worth.
That sounds
and
like
you'll
yes.
see that soon because we're doing things, you know. We've given, I think it's 108 or 112 pages of financial detail to elections. And, you know, we have to file as the president, as any politician, you have to file. Nobody ever looks at that.
Yeah. $421 million in debt is just normal. But who remembers that time when Trump surprised firefighters with a pizza delivery?
A lot of pizza. Can I have some too? Absolutely. Good luck, everybody.
Just another day in the life of a guy who knows how to win people over. Let's not forget Trump's stint in WWE.
What's going on over here?
Donald Trump. Hey, look at this! Donald Trump! Taking down Mr. McMahon! Oh my God!
Tackling Vince McMahon, shaving his head, and managing to keep his own hair perfectly intact. Now that is talent. Then came 2024, when Trump returned to Madison Square Garden for UFC 309 as a re-elected president, and the crowd went wild.
It's so loud in here.
It is so loud. It's always loud when he comes here, but now that he's won, now that he's the president again, oh my God.
So Donald Trump.
Trump's press conference moments are legendary too. Watch how he responds to a reporter who interrupted him too many times.
I would like for you to answer the question.
Okay, it's very simple to answer.
That's why I asked it.
It's very simple to... You're a nasty person, I'll tell you.
Can you answer why you held on to the...
And when asked why he called COVID the Chinese virus, his response was simple.
Why do you keep using this? A lot
Because
of
it
people
comes
say
from
it's
China.
racist.
It's not racist at all, no, not at all. It comes from China. That's why. It comes from China. I want to be accurate.
Another reporter tried to corner him on testing numbers. Trump's reply?
The U.S. is doing far better than any other country when it comes to testing.
Yes.
Why is this a global competition to you if everyday Americans are still losing their lives and we're still seeing more cases every day?
Well, they're losing their lives everywhere in the world. And maybe that's a question you should ask China. Don't ask me, ask China that question, okay? When you ask them that question, you may get a very unusual answer. Yes, behind you, please.
Sir, why are you saying that to me specifically?
I'm
That I
telling
should
you,
ask
I'm not
China?
saying it specifically to anybody. I'm saying it to anybody that would ask a nasty question
That's
like
not
that.
But Trump isn't all sass. At an event, a veteran asked if she could get a job, and Trump offered her one on the spot.
Go ahead.
I'm a 9/11 survivor, Iraq and Afghanistan veteran. I wanted to know if Trump Towers would be part of that veteran job.
Are you talking about here?
Yes. It'd be
We are doing some of that actually already. We have it very much involved. Why? What are you looking for? What kind of a position? Come up here. Come here. How are you? So what's your experience in front of the world?
Well, I design, I do wreaths, I do all types of decorations.
And you like this building?
Yeah.
If we can make a good deal in the salary, she's going to probably have a job, okay?
And let's not forget Puerto Rico, where Trump brought his own style to disaster relief, tossing paper towels into the crowd and energizing the room. On a different note, Trump weighed in on Harry and Meghan with characteristic bluntness.
Harry is whipped. Do you know the expression whipped?
I'm familiar with the
I won't use the full expression. But Harry is whipped like no person I think I've ever seen. I'm not a fan of Meghan.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. And I wasn't right from the beginning.
Same
I think
to
poor
you.
Harry is being led around by his nose. I think she should have said, if that's your choice, fine. But you no longer have titles, you no longer... And frankly, don't come around. He has been so disrespectful to the country. and I think he's an embarrassment.
He suggested the Queen revoke their titles, a statement that, unsurprisingly, stirred plenty of discussion. At a rally, a protester interrupted, and Trump quipped,
"Go home to mommy. Go home. Bye. Go home to mommy. Go home to mommy. Tell her to tuck you in bed." He's such a nice guy. Nasty little, I'll tell you, nasty people. Are Trump rallies fun? Are these fun? Right?
You can't deny it, it's hilarious. And finally, the iconic "you are fake news" moment.
Since you're attacking us, can you give us a question?
Go ahead.
No, Mr. President-elect.
Go ahead.
Mr. President-elect,
Go ahead.
Since you are attacking
No,
our news
not you.
organization,
Not
can
you.
you give us a chance?
Your organization's
You are
terrible.
attacking our news organization.
Your organization's
Can you give us a
terrible.
chance
Let's
to
go.
ask a question, sir?
Go ahead.
Sir, can
Quiet.
you state,
Quiet.
Mr. President-elect,
Go ahead.
Can you state
She's asking a
categorically-
question.
Mr.
Don't be rude.
President-elect, can you give us a question?
Don't be
You're
rude.
attacking us. Can you give us a question?
Don't be rude.
Can you
No, I'm
give
not
us a
going to give you a
question?
question. I'm not going to give you a
Can
question.
you state categorically?
You are fake news.
Sir,
go ahead.
Can you state?
With one sentence, Trump summed up his entire relationship with the media and gave us a meme for the ages. From UFC walk-ins, to pizza deliveries, WWE smackdowns, and paper towel free throws in Puerto Rico, Trump keeps finding new ways to steal the spotlight. Which moment made you laugh, cheer, or shake your head the most? Let us know in the comments. With Trump, the show is just getting started.